evening, everybody. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much-anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay? Let's not show up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Teddy, early on in a fight like this, speed fighter against a fighter with high stamina, what are some things you may notice that can hint to you the direction this fight will take?
Well, the pace, obviously. The faster fighter, is he keeping it at a quick pace? Or, as the slower fighter, the endurance fighter, has he found a way to mellow that pace a little bit, slow things down a little bit?
Boy, he's really getting off with his punches and multi-numbers here. And there's the left hand working well for him again. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Back to the head he goes. Very well done by both men to fire off those right hands. Nonito Donaire is going with a very efficient work rate in that last round. He chose his spots carefully, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. And that's what the judges are supposed to be looking for. You know, not just be overtaken by a guy just going out there like a Mad Hatter and just throwing punches, but placing the punches, strategically putting them in the right spots. Good job.
A headshot blocked. There's another right hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Nonito Donaire. And that is some good job just striking his target twice in a row by Fernando Montiel. Nonito Donaire is back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
Fernando Montiel's got to deal with the swelling now. We'll see how he reacts. Boy, he's really getting off with his punches. Oh! Fernando Montiel's in bad shape. Protecting his head well with his guard. There he is on the inside, doing well. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Fernando Montiel's eye, to me, is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be too. They got to be thinking about, if it gets to a point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to stop this fight.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a solemn agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what had come back at him.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Fernando Montiel. Nonito Donaire's punch stats tell the story of that last round, Teddy. He was just the busier man.
Yeah, he was the busier man. Not big blows, you know, not real damaging blows, but he controlled the tempo.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. That was off the mark. Every gym's got one of those double-ended backs, right? They give you the movement. You got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front. No head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Targeting that head with the combination punching. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Fernando Montiel's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Nonito Donaire is going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing. That is to be judicious, to really think about when, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands the street science.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Fernando Montiel. Blocks that punch. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Nonito Donaire's corner has to feel good about what they just saw. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he was able to land more punches than his opponent. And Teddy, I mean, there are a lot of facets as to how you score a round. But at the end of the day, most people are going to go with the guy who landed more punches in a clean, effective way.
Yeah, exactly, especially if the other guy is not throwing enough. And right now, that's what's going on.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it. Holy cow! Fernando, right to the head and right to the canvas. Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside.
Oh, and there you go! Fernando Montiel stunned, and he is. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer.